What? Wait, what? Circle your imperfections, like.
So, say like, okay, if you're sitting down and like that one, but like so much they don't need Sharpie to. And like anything they don't like about you, they'll circle.
Why you make it?
Sitting on a hot dryer.
Hello, hello, hello. Alright, a couple minutes late, but we're gonna start now.
That works.
Is that hot in here? Or is that just me?
No, that's just
That's just
Yeah, man.
That's my excitement. That's my news. Yeah. All right. So, what I want to do right now is just play a brief video about kind of why you're here. Do any of you know, like, if you do any of you know why you're actually here? Raise your hand. No one. Yeah, some sort of business. Exactly. We learned, actually, yes, we are small business owners. But yeah. So actually, I saw this video when I just went to Vegas a couple weeks ago. I got actually flown out there, and I went to Vegas for free. I'm only 18 years old, and I didn't ever think I would ever go to Vegas until I was like older. So that's pretty awesome that this company actually like pretty much paid for me to go to Vegas, and I'm really excited about that. And they released this video at this giant convention with like 6,000 people, and it was insane and awesome and amazing. And so this is what video I saw. I love it. So just a brief background about what the business is, what the company is, and kind of what's going on here. So, like. Let's see. basically, I'll sum up the rest of this video. You hear a lot of these older people as they were just going into sharing about how this company has literally changed their life and how much they love it, what they see from it, how not only can you be financially free, but you can have time freedom. And like we might know, I'm sure you guys, some of you know, people that like have a lot of money, but they don't have any time because they're always working. And what this can do for you is set you up for basically like a 3 to 5 year plan to be financially set for the rest of your life. And my biggest goal, one of the main reasons why I do this is because I love to help people. A couple friends here, we're all on OT this year, we're doing orientation years, and basically that's because we love to help people, we love to lead. And I kind of saw this way as another way to do that. So through this, like I've always kind of secretly wanted to be a motivational speaker, and I never really knew how to do that or like if that was actually a thing. But I realized with this company that like I can actually do that, and I want to help people. I want to help people get there. So this is seriously like a 3 to 5 year plan to be financially set for the rest of your life. And I don't know about you guys, but that would be kind of relaxing. You know, I'm graduating college, 7 grand in debt, as I'm sure a lot of us here are, and I know I'm going to go to pay it off now, and that's okay with me. But the money's not the most important part. Again, the most important part for me is seeing smiles on their face, me knowing that I got them to the level to change their lives. I know Sarah, she just decided today to change her life. So she's ready. She's very excited about this, and she told me, she's like, I'm gonna listen to my parents. I want to give them my car when I get it, because I don't know if you guys know, like this company is giving out free BMW and Mercedes, and like how many of you can use my car right now? I don't know, especially a free BMW and Mercedes. Like, not only a new car, but a nice new car. And so Sarah is ready to attack this and give that car to her parents, and that's what this can do. It can offer you a way to help others, help your parents, retire your parents, and become a better you, really. And I'm excited for that. I could talk for days about this. It's the only thing that gets me up in the morning. I go to class every morning. Andrew sees me falling asleep during lecture. But once that verb kicks in for me, I'm good. I'm ready to go. Let's get this day. Let's attack things. Let's make things, let's make the world a better place, basically. It's true for me. And I'm really, really, really excited about this. And like I said, I've talked today, so I'm going to cut myself off and bring up some other people that have insane knowledge with this and can help all of us. So I want to bring up my best friend, John Monroe. See, I just met him not too long ago, okay? But we kind of just like connected immediately. He's ready. He's here to help me. He's here to see me succeed. He's bringing me to the top as I'm going to bring you to the top. And he's only been here doing this company for about 5 months now. Made almost $6,000. He's crushing it. He's going to be in a new 2013 Mercedes paid for by the company next month. Can't wait to ride with him so I can get a feeling of my car that I'm picking up this summer. And I'm just blown away about this company and what it can do for me. Like I said, I went to Vegas for free. What? Are you kidding me? Let's go. So without any more of me rambling on, please, John Monroe, take the stage.
I want to get back to Andrew. He's going to make a lot of money and help a lot of people make money along the way. All right. So, like Andrew was telling you, we're really, really excited about this because everyone that's involved in this company in the room knows the potential of this company. All right. So basically, what the deal is that this company is getting it's getting bigger on the West Coast. More and more people are finding out about it on the West Coast. But literally, this is getting so crazy because it's gonna go viral. You know, think about Facebook, right? We told all our friends about Facebook. You probably heard about Facebook from one of your friends, right? How did you guys hear about Facebook? From one of your friends, right? But the thing is Mark Zuckerberg, he made $17 billion off of Facebook. None of us got any of that money. So we're the ones that did all the work. We're the ones that blew up Facebook, but Mark Zuckerberg's the one who made all the money. And I calculated it out one day. It's 170,000 people. Each got $100,000. That's how much money Mark Zuckerberg made. Right? Stupid. But none of us made any money. Mark Zuckerberg kept it all. So like the crazy thing about this company is it's literally the same concept as Facebook, except we're the ones that are getting paid as this thing goes up. And I'm sure all you guys know people that go to this school, right? I'm sure they probably know a bunch of people that go to this school. You guys probably know people that go to other schools. They probably know a bunch of people at those schools and other schools and so on and so on and so on. This thing is going to get really, 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 really big, but it hasn't yet. It's in the very beginning stages. All right, so basically the reason why I got involved in this was for my boy Connor Brennan. All right, he's sitting right in front of you right there. He came to my dorm room one night at 2:30 in the morning. When I had class at 8 o'clock the next morning, I was like, Connor, what do you do? He's like, dude, once I tell you this, nothing will matter. You're not gonna care. You're not gonna care that you have class tomorrow. You're not gonna want to go to class. And like, that's what happened. I didn't want to go to class the next day. All I wanted to do was just do this. So crazy. He was telling me he was dropping all this crazy knowledge, telling me that he like one of his boys just got a 2013 BMW paid for by this company that day that he came to talk to me. And I was like, you know what? He's like, let's talk to him right now. He pulled up Skype, and sitting in front of me on the computer screen was someone who's in the room with us today, who is 20 years old and has a 2013 BMW paid for by his company. Wow. All right, so that my belief level went through the roof. I was like, if this kid can get a free car, like I can do it too. And like we're not here today to like say what this has done for us. We're here to say like what it's doing for all these people out there and what it can do for you. Because literally like there's nothing special about any one of us. All right, me personally, when I used to get up in front of a group of people like this, I would probably like shit my pants. But the thing is like the more and more you do it, the better and better you get. So literally like that's what's crazy is not only are people making so much money in this industry, but it's literally changing their lives. It's like bringing out the best in people. So like I personally believe that we get paid to bring out the best in people, and that's pretty damn awesome. You know, seriously. So but like I don't want to talk. I could talk forever, just like Andrew was saying. I don't want to say that much more. I want to bring up the person that got me started in this, who's actually one of the leaders here on the East Coast. He's basically the reason why this is going to get so huge on the East Coast. Literally killing this thing, making a lot of money, helping. Like I thank him every day. This kid changed my life. And he is about to be driving a 2013 BMW probably tomorrow. Well, he's going to be qualified for it, but he just has to go out and get it. So without further ado, I want to bring in my boy.
Give it up for John Brown. He might even make more money than me in this thing. I don't know, we'll see. But thanks for coming out, guys. I know everyone's kind of busy. You know, finals coming up and shit. How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Everyone's back. Everyone good? So I'm going to tell you guys my story real quick, and I'll kind of let Stu take it away. But my name is Connor Brennan. I'm 19 years old. Average kid. Unfortunately, I know you guys really knew me before this, other than John a little bit. But, you know, just an average kid. I actually got approached to this. It's kind of funny, probably different than any of you guys obviously have. I actually got approached to this through my ex-girlfriend's former college suite mate. So you're like, damn, Connor, how the hell that happened, right? So I used to date this girl that went to the University of Vermont. And I ended up meeting this girl, Casey Short. I say, like, now I'm blessed to meet this girl, Casey Short, from the San Francisco Bay Area. And we became very close, like, all of us throughout the whole school year. And long story short, at the beginning of the summer, me and my girlfriend broke up, kind of down in the dumps. Casey called me up and was like, yo, Connor, how you doing? I'm like, oh, you know, hanging in there. She's like, no, I got some crazy shit I need to tell you. I was kind of like, what the hell, you know what I mean? Probably she was trying to like take advantage of me while I was down, you know? And so I kind of literally, I was a little closed-minded at first, didn't really hear her out, you know? But it's crazy because 5 days later, this girl called me 5 days in a row. Any of you guys know those people that like won't take no for an answer?
Yeah.
Like if she wasn't in San Francisco, she would have knocked on my door. That's how determined this girl was. So I heard her out, you know? Actually got to listen to Mr. Stu Massengil, my brother in this, on Skype, couldn't really tell you today what he said on that Skype because I wasn't even paying attention to him. You know,
No.
I was closed-minded. You know, I was actually working at a deli. Everyone here does like the 9 to 5 thing, I'm sure. Or 9 to 5, right? Kind of
Yep.
sucks because like anyone agree like that shit sucks. No one
Yes.
really likes a part-time job, you know. So I was working at a deli making sandwiches, but I still wouldn't open my mind, right? Until they brought up this dude named Mr. Jeb Wendell's. This guy is 23 years old. They said he was making $100 grand. I was like, maybe my broke ass should probably listen to what this dude has to say. You know, so after that, I kind of listened to him. My mind literally expanded and like probably haven't looked back since that day.
Wow.
You know, and I'm really jacked. I'm really excited about this because I was really frustrated and stuck. Didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was going to community college. Really had no idea where I wanted to go. I wanted to be a teacher. I really liked helping people. But unfortunately, like, you don't go into teaching to get rich. You know, and I always wanted to kind of like have that lifestyle. I really liked Entourage. Everyone watch Entourage. Big Entourage fan. You know, always wanted that lifestyle. Didn't really know how I was gonna get though. But throughout this, I found out like the more people that you help, the more money you make. And that got me really excited. You know, because I love helping people, like I was saying. But yeah, I mean, we've really taken this on the East Coast, like really going hard with this. You know, I mean, you guys have some great people out here. But you know, I mean, we're just really excited. This thing is going viral. You know what I mean? Like John was saying on Facebook. The example I like to use is like, imagine how many people you told to get Facebook, right? Like tons of people, right? But imagine if you got paid for everyone that you told to get Facebook.
Wow.
Probably like, well, but imagine that whole network that they told, and they told it's like a ripple effect. You know what I mean? You throw a stone in the water, the whole freaking Atlantic Ocean ripples. But you didn't even know that, you know? So imagine getting paid for all that, and that's kind of what we're doing. We're like Facebook with a product, okay? Facebook needs Amazon.com, that's what I like to say. But without further ado, I mean, Stu's gonna kind of fill in like a lot of information. This kid is absolutely killing this. You know what I mean? He's literally been a mentor. I mean, just not like in the business, but in life in general. Literally, this kid is helping tons of people, making a lot of money. If you notice, like the shoes on his feet is actually worth a lot of people's rent, which is very crazy. You know what I mean? But you really should listen to what this kid has to say. You know what I mean? He's changing a lot of lives. You know what I mean? Helping a lot of people. He's building this business actually internationally, which is crazy. 20 years old, building an international business. But without further ado, go to my boy, Mr. Stu Massengil.
Thank you. I bring you back to a car on the car.
Yeah.
And then just give everybody a round of applause for coming in.
Yeah.
And then give that round of applause a round of applause. Yeah, how many people still don't know why they're here? Very few. Alright, well real quick before I kind of get into my story, just a question I like to ask people, you know, when I kind of share my story with people, is anybody's dream life in the room tonight to work 9 to 5, 5 days a week, 372?
No.
Probably not, right? Be told when to clock in, when to clock out, how much you're worth, when to pee, when to take vacation, you know, when you can eat lunch, what if you're not hungry at 12, you feel me? And do that, you know, for 50 plus years of your life. What I realize is most people don't want to do that, and so kind of like they were saying is we're changing up the 9 to 5 to a 3 to 5, right? Changing up working 9 to 5, 5 days a week, 372, to a 3 to 5 year plan to be financially set. You know, it's like how many people here would want to be financially set in 3 to 5 years? You'd probably be pretty happy about that, right? You'd be maybe like 25 at most. You'd be financially set, right? That'd be pretty cool. So what we're really doing with this whole thing is changing up the game. Because what we realize is if you want something different, you got to do something different, right? If nothing changes, nothing changes. I mean, if you don't change anything, nothing changes for you, right? If you want something you've never had before, you got to do something you've never done before. You know, so really, I mean, a little bit about myself. If you forgot my name. My name is Stu Massengil. Like I said, I grew up in the Bay Area, around San Francisco, East Bay, a little town called Danville. Probably never heard of it. Then moved to school down to San Diego. Now go to school at San Diego State. Kind of go there, but I'm actually taking a couple semesters or years, or decades off, just because you know this thing's getting really big. And to kind of show you guys the bigger picture of what I mean about that, this industry alone actually created the second most millionaires last year.
Wow.
Right, whereas first is professional athletes. So you look at a professional athlete, they're told what to do, when to show up, when to play, when to practice, have a strict specific schedule, and exactly what to do. Whereas you look around at us, we just kick with our friends. We get paid to just hang out with our friends. I mean, I don't know, has anybody in like here ever heard that you need to be really, really smart to make money? Has anybody ever wondered that that might not necessarily be true?
Yes.
Right? The thing I realize is like how many of us know someone that probably got a really good degree that couldn't find a job? Probably almost everybody, right? How many people probably know someone that wasn't that smart but made a whole lot of money? Right? And you're like, how does that doesn't make any sense? Because what we're taught is go to school, get grades, you know, get a high paid job. That's what I grew up, you know, being taught. So it didn't really make sense, but the crazy thing that we realized is you don't need to be really smart to make a lot of money. You need to be at the right place, the right time, with the right people, and run. Right? Because obviously you can't be at the right place and just be like, I'm here, I'm kicking it. Like, you gotta actually do something. You feel me? Because, like, say, for example, you invested in Google, when it was 10 cents a share. What would you be doing right now?
Now be in school.
Exactly, right? You know, it's like if you invested in Yahoo when it was affordable, we could probably all agree she wouldn't be in the room tonight. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, she'd be off doing something on a private yacht. You know, doing whatever she wanted. Money would not be an issue. You know, but things, if you invested in Google or Yahoo right now, you probably wouldn't make very much money, would you? No, right? Because it already blew the up. You know what I mean? You know, it already got so big. So the thing, you realize is timing is literally everything. You know, and the crazy thing about what's going on with this company right now is the timing in it right now is absolutely ridiculous. You feel me? Because other companies in this industry do multi-billion a year, like Avon, Mary Kay, Herbalife, things like that. Or like, for example, Avon last year did $11 billion.
Wow.
Right, but it's makeup, so I'm not gonna come to you and be like, "Yo, we need makeup, man." You feel me? Like, nah, you feel me? It's just not us. You feel me? But the thing is, like, how many people like drink energy drinks themselves? And if you're not drinking them, how many people know someone's drinking them? Yeah. Right? Because what I realized, my mentor was talking to me. He's like he knows that I hate coffee. For some reason, he asked me, he's like, "Stu, do you like coffee?" I was like, "No, you don't. I hate coffee." And what he was asking me was, he's like, "If you had the opportunity to, though, would you own a Starbucks?"
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, right? Because you'd just be rich as, you feel me? And because what he was telling me is that in business, it's never about you, it's about what's going on around you.
Sure.
Right? The energy drink market right now is a $7 billion industry. In the next 5 years, predicted to be $22 billion.
Wow.
Right? This company alone did about $117 million last year, projected to be a multi-billion-dollar company. CEO actually owned a company before called Univision. He took it to $1 billion. Promise you do the same thing with this. What I realized is if you did it once, you could probably do it twice, right?
Yeah.
You know, so the thing is, the timing with this is absolutely crazy right now. We're literally like Facebook with 300 users. Nobody freaking knows about this, right? There's about 4,200 colleges across the country, 12,000 at each university. That's 50 million college kids worldwide, right?
Wow.
Just the United States, and only 20,000 know about it. So nobody knows about this, right? You know, and what's so cool about this is that this whole thing fits into us. We don't have to fit into this. It's not like you can start with say you need a tie, a special little hat, and a shirt. You know, like this fits into us. You don't see me up here in like a business tie with pie charts and bar charts. We don't do that. You feel me? This fits into us because what this company is so genius in the sense that they realize is we talk to our friends every single day about everything we do. You feel me? Like whether it's on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, we're always telling our friends naturally what we're excited about. And here they're just saying, give them something different to talk about and pay for it. You feel me? And that's what's so cool is that this fits in us. We don't have to fit into this. I mean, really, how I was introduced to this, like I said, it was about a year ago. Basically, my best friend was this kid named Boss, was a foreign exchange student from Holland, and basically moved, or took a year at San Diego State, came to San Diego State, and pretty much we became best friends through skating, because I used to skate all the time. Basically, we skated all the time. Eventually, we were like, all right, well, let's just start up a skate company. You know, worked on this company called Stas. My name was Stu, his name was Boss. We came up with Stas, right? Pretty creative. But basically, came up with the company, worked on it for 3 months. Eventually took it to a professor at our school who was making multi-millions of dollars, founded Amazon, because what we realized is that, like, for example, say you wanted to be really good at basketball, right? It's like, who would you listen to?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. LeBron. I like LeBron. All right. You know, it's like if you wanted to be really good at, let's say, golf, who would you listen to?
The wood.
Tiger Woods. Right? So it's like if you wanted to be really good at basketball, you probably wouldn't listen to Tiger Woods, would you?
No.
So I mean, if you wanted to be really good at golf, you probably would listen to Michael Jordan or Kobe or LeBron. You feel me? So the thing is, if you want to make 6, 7, 8 figures, why would you listen to your best friend who's making $8 an hour?
No.
So I mean, if you wanted to make $1 million, why would you listen to your dad's best friend who's making $50,000 a year to make? It doesn't make any sense, right? If they've never done it, how can they teach you on how to do it?
Wow.
Right? So what I realized, and my friend and I realized, we were like, this guy's making multi-millions of dollars. He founded Amazon. He's pretty, successful. We're like, we're gonna go to him because he's made millions. He'll teach us how to make millions, and then we'll make millions. Like, we got our life right now. We're good. You feel me? Fortunately, or I guess sadly enough, but now as I look at it, it was very fortunate. Sadly enough, at that point, it came to a point where we realized it was going to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I don't know about anybody here. We were broke college kids.
Yep.
Had no money. I was literally living on like the dollar menu diet. Had no money. And basically, my friend approached me about this in a completely different way than anyone here. Pretty much one day called me up on the phone and said, Stu, screw the company, we're not doing it, I found something else. You know, how many people would probably be like, fuck you, because your restaurant might call you up, he says, the dream's not happening, like crunch it up, throw it on the ground, step on it, the dream's no more dream. You know what I mean? And that was something that like it just pissed me off, and I wasn't fond of it. But my parents always taught me as a kid growing up that you need to have an open mind. You know, they taught me that your mind's like a parachute; it's either open or it's closed, and the only way it works is if it's open. You know, so I really had an open mind also because they taught me that you don't know what you don't know, and that's probably why you do not have. Shit. Right? Because what I realized is I always knew there was something out there like this, right? Because we can all agree Bill Gates, Donald Trump, Oprah, they're not going to tell their kids, go get a job, and it becomes what they be, right? You know, they're doing something different, you know, and so what I realized is that they're doing something different, and I needed to figure out what that was. So basically, my best friend approached me about this opportunity. Long story short, showed up to my dorm and brought me a little Filipino man. So I was like, what the hell are we about to do? Like, this doesn't make any sense. You brought me a little Filipino man. You said you wanted to cancel the business. Like, what are we about to do? But I was thinking like open mind. You feel me? Have an open mind, even though I was super confused. But I had an open mind still, you know, because it's just what I was taught as I grew up. And I don't remember how exactly it came up, but he started to tell me how he made 6 figures. And if you ever met this dude, you'd be like, this motherfucker makes 6 figures? You'd be like, this dude? And it was kind of funny, and he started to tell me, he was like, you do exactly what I do. I just make 6 figures from it. And so how many people would be like, where's my money?
Yes.
Right, that's what I was like. I was like, this it doesn't make any sense. So I started asking questions, right? I was like, how is that true? And what he started to tell me is that we pretty much promote things every day. That means, like, for example, say I came up to you and I was like, I like that flannel. I want to get one myself. Like, where'd you get it, for example? JCPenney's, right? So if I go to JCPenney's and buy that same exact flannel, is he going to get paid for that? No. But the thing is, doesn't it kind of make sense? He should have got paid for it? Yeah. You feel me? Because the only reason I went there, you know, was because I saw him with it, liked it, thought I would look good on myself. So I went to buy one and actually went to the cash register. And I was like, John Monroe sent me here to buy this. What would they say? They'd be like, who the fuck is John Monroe? Maybe they wouldn't be like, oh, well, here's an extra $1 gift to John. Nah, it doesn't work out that way. You feel me? And then what I realized is we're doing this every single day. You know, and so whether it's like the movies you promote to your friends, you know, the food you eat, the clothes you wear, the cars you drive, every single thing we're always promoting. We've just never got paid for it. So what this company realized is that we promote things consciously every single day. They're just saying, why not do it a little bit consciously and get paid for it? Right? Because like we said, everybody drinks energy drinks, whether it's Red Bull, Monster, Rockstar, whatever, everybody's drinking it. The thing is, we're not saying get something you don't get, just transfer your dollars and you can get paid for it. You know, so as he was kind of telling me this, I was like, that sounds all cool and shit. And I was like, but how the hell do you make 6 figures? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like how the hell are you actually making 6 figures? Where's the money coming from? This doesn't make any sense. And what he started to tell me is that, for example, Red Bull last year spent $900 million on advertising.
Wow.
Right? So it's like, everybody probably knows about Red Bull, right? Because they spent $900 million to make sure you knew about it.
Ooh.
Right? They paid Shaun White $15 million to snowboard down a mountain, wear a logo. They paid that dude jumping from space $20 million to wear a logo as he jumped. Right? But the thing is, did anybody go buy a Red Bull when you saw that dude jump?
No.
Probably not. You're probably just like, that motherfucker's crazy. You know, you're like, what is he thinking? You know, but you didn't actually go buy a Red Bull. So we realized this traditional advertisement doesn't even really work anymore. Right? You see a commercial, you wish you had TiVo. And you see a billboard, I don't ever know anyone who's ever called the number on a billboard. And then you see like an advertisement on YouTube, you don't actually watch it, you just watch the corner, watch 5, 4, 3, 2, press skip.
Ooh.
We all know this, right? Everybody does it. So things traditional advertisement doesn't really work. So basically what he was telling me is that what they do with this instead is, instead of paying millions of dollars to pay people like that, instead of paying millions of dollars to put it in a store and pay for facilities and all those things, he said instead they keep all that money and pay average people like us with above average dreams and goals.
Ooh.
Right? So you're never going to see this in a store, Safeway, Vons, 7-Eleven, because it's all done through word of mouth marketing. I mean, like, everybody tries to Facebook, right? And like, how'd you hear about it? Facebook? Like a friend, maybe? Maybe.
It's been a while.
Like, how'd you hear about Facebook? They're like friends, right? So most people heard about it through friends, and that's what's crazy. You never saw a billboard commercial advertisement for Facebook, right? But the thing is, it went so viral. That's the thing with this, is this thing goes so viral, right? Because how many people here heard about Facebook from your best friend who went to Harvard? Nobody, right? But it started as Harvard Connect. So what's crazy is we're the most socially connected generation in the history of the world. We literally eat, breathe, and sleep this kind of thing. That's what's so cool, is it fits into us, right? Because how many people here know someone in a different area than here? Not everybody, right? And you know people in that, and the people you know in that area, you know people in that area, right? You know people in different areas, you know people in those areas, and so on, and so on, and so on. And that's how this thing goes viral. Because literally, we are so socially connected. It's all we've do. Every single day we're on our phone, texting our friends, telling them about what we're doing. Here we just get paid to do it. I mean, that's what's so cool. And I mean, basically, as he was telling me this, I just got jacked up on the concept because personally, me, I didn't want to work till I was 72. I knew there was something different, and this definitely, you know, when I saw that this industry is $7 billion, projected to be $22 billion in the next 5 years, this company right now is doing $117 million, projected to do multi-billions. I was like, obviously, this is a pretty good opportunity. You know, I'm gonna jump on board. So I got involved in a little bit about my story, not to boast or brag or impress anybody, but just to impress upon you, really what this could do for you. Pretty much I got involved the first 2 months, didn't have any idea what was going on, didn't really do anything, partied too much, just did shit that wasn't gonna pay me. You know, and then I met a 17-year-old kid with a brand new BMW from the company.
Wow.
And he was not very smart. Right? And I was kind of just like, if he has it, I can't not have it. You feel me? I was like, I gotta get it because he got it. You know, long story short, basically put my head down, kind of make this a priority in my life. Because what I realized is I wasn't gonna get out of school and be like, I wish I partied more. I wish I did some dumb stuff more. Nah, I was gonna get out of school and be like, I'm broke, I can't find a job, and I'm $50,000 in student loans. What the hell am I gonna do?
Oof.
Right? So I saw that, and I put my head down. I made this a priority. In the next 4 months, I got qualified to get a brand new BMW from the company.
Oof.
You know, it's like, how many people would want a brand new BMW?
Yes, please.
Or you get Mercedes.
Yes.
You feel me? And that's what's so cool about this. And what's crazy is we're getting faster and faster and faster at this. In total, it took me about 5.5 months to get qualified to get the car. One of my roommates, car actually just picked up with them last Friday. It took him 5.5 weeks to get qualified.
Wow.
Right, so we're getting faster and faster and faster at this process because we're getting really good at it. And that's what's so cool is that this thing is it's starting to go viral. You know what I mean? Also, I actually got both my parents involved in the company. Now my aunts, uncles, cousins, they all are involved in it as well. And how that kind of started off, like, does anybody know Dr. Oz? Probably everybody's heard of him, Oprah's doctor. And basically he, you know, he recommends the product, had it on the show a couple times now. And basically I saw that, and I saw like that it was healthy, and knew my parents had health issues. So basically I got a few cases, said, Mom, drink this shit, don't drink this shit. I don't know what it's gonna do, heard it'll help you. Long story short, my parents both ended up drinking the product. My dad was very skeptical at first because he's a physician, wouldn't drink it. Long story short, saw my mom drink it. She's no longer lactose intolerant after drinking the product.
Wow.
Previously, she was lactose intolerant for 10 years before. So my dad opened up his mind, started drinking the product, drank it for a month, lowered his blood pressure, cholesterol, just came out his cholesterol levels.
Damn.
So that raised our belief through the roof. Also, the little Filipino man kind of shared with me the Willie Fisher drink of 2 NBA teams, the Charlotte Bobcats, was owned by Michael Jordan. He actually dropped his contract with Gatorade to get involved with this.
Wow.
And we're also the official drink of the Phoenix Suns. And we open up 59 plus different countries. So when I saw that, honestly, with my belief shot through the roof, really got involved in this. And the next thing I did was I was like, all right, how am I going to go explain this to all my friends? That's what I asked him. What he told me is he said, you want to know how to explain it? Don't explain it. That didn't really make sense to me. But what he was telling me is that, like, if you're in your first day of algebra class, you're probably not going to go explain algebra to somebody. You feel me? So it's like in the beginning, we're not saying you're the message, just be the messenger. Right? You invite, we present, they decide, we all cash checks. As simple as that. You invite, we present, they decide, we all cash checks. As simple as that. So in the beginning, you're not telling the story, you don't have credibility, you just got started, you probably can't tell exactly what's going on, so don't let someone else who has more credibility, maybe has a car, tell their story, because then people see this thing's happening. Because at this point, it's come to a point in this company where it's non-debatable, non-contestable, you do not get to choose if this works or not. It's either you're in or you're out.
Oof.
And the cool thing is we're not even looking for everybody. We're only looking for a handful of select people. Because just like Facebook, you probably have friends that were like, I'm not going to do it, I'm not getting one, I'm not doing Facebook. But now, like they said, Mark Zuckerberg's worth over $17 billion. So he probably doesn't really care about the people that did it with Facebook. So the thing is, we're not looking for everybody, we're only looking for a handful of people. Right? What I realize is 97% of people in this world live paycheck to paycheck, struggle financially. 3% of people live wealthy. All we're looking for is 3%. All we're looking for is 3%. So if this is not for you, that's chill. It's not for everybody. There's the door. I mean, I guess we're not going to hold you back. Because whether or not any of us in this room do this thing will go viral.
Wow.
Because kids our age all want the same thing. They all could use a little bit more money. They all could use a brand new car. They all could be healthier. Probably don't like their job. And they're already drinking. So the rest of all our friends want the same thing. This is just an opportunity and a way to get it to them. You know, so I mean, pretty much, that's what's cool in the beginning. You're not sharing the story. All you do to get involved is order product. Feel me? Because basically, if you're gonna open up a shoe store, you probably need shoes. Feel me? If you open up a restaurant, what do you probably need? Food. You feel me? Exactly. So the thing is, if you open up a bird business, you're probably gonna need some product, right? Probably need some product on hand to give out to your friends to actually try it. So that's cool. All you do is order the product because the IRS. Because when you get started, you become an independent contractor. The IRS says to become an independent contractor, start up your own business, you need to order more product than you can personally consume in a month. Right, so there's two ways to get started. There's a silver pack and a gold pack. Basically, the gold pack, you get a lot of product so you can build your business bigger and faster. That's really, if you want to build this thing really, really fast, the gold pack's where it's at. You get about 14 cases, so you get a shit ton of product, right? And basically, what you're doing is, because when I originally got involved, I thought we were selling cans. What I realized is we're not selling cans. You're not going out saying $2, $2, $2, $2, do anything like that. We don't do door-to-door booths, flyers, none of that. All we're doing is talking to our friends about an opportunity. You get the product, you just hand it to your friends, say, try this. They'll try it, most people like it, and then they'll probably be like, what the hell is this? Cool, you will buy it, we present it, we all cash checks. As simple as that. You know what I mean? But pretty much, all you do is order product. Like I said, the gold pack's about $1,000 with shipping and handling. When I realized I was a broke college kid, didn't have $1,000, I was like, that ain't happening. What's cool, they invented this thing called a silver pack. You get about 7 cases, and it's $500 with shipping and handling. Right, so you order the product, it gets to you within a couple of days. What's cool is basically once you order it, like you're just passing it out to your friends. You feel me? You order the product, that happens, and this thing literally is going to start to go viral. But I mean, other than that, I'm going to actually kind of wrap it up because I know people have things to do and stuff like that. But I mean, literally, all you're doing this is talking to your friends. You know, I mean, if you've ever wanted something different, you ever felt stuck in life, this could be something that can help you. What I realized is the schools your plan A, it might be smart to have a plan B. You know, 50% of people that graduate don't get a job. It'd probably be smart to have a plan B. So let's say you don't get a job, you have something to fall back on. You know, so that you're kind of chilling, and all good with that. But I mean, other than that, we're gonna kind of wrap it up, play some music, and just kind of kick it. One last thing I want to say: 3 types of people in this world: people that watch things happen, make things happen. People that say, "What the fuck just happened?" Pretty much everybody here, you're not gonna be that person who says, "What the fuck just happened?" You see what's going on, you're either gonna make things happen or watch things happen. But I mean, other than that, just I would say you're either in a few months you're gonna see your friend driving in a brand new car, or you're gonna be driving your own next one. So other than that, that's everything that's going on. Thank you guys for coming out. If you have questions, get your questions answered before you leave. We're gonna be hanging around, like I said, just kind of playing music. But other than that, just thank you all for coming out and checking it out.
Woo!